Don't be silly! You're Well done.
Welcome back to St Neots Town TV, lads. A good victory today, 4-2 against Burnham at home. What do you make of that one, Zema?
Yeah, it was a good victory. You know, we set some clear objectives before the start of the game, and after the result, we got exactly what we set out to do. So from that point of view, you know, we're more than delighted. I believe it's 9 unbeaten at home now. You know, for a few weeks, so it all bodes well. Yeah,
it was a good performance today. Big improvement from Tuesday against Royston. We had a bit more of a settled side out today, didn't we, Nave? What did you make of the performance of the back four today?
I thought the back four done well. I mean, we're disappointed with the goals and the nature of the goals. Arguably, we could deal with the final force of the ball, you know, before it's actually become a problem for us. You know, just clearing our lines, and you give them a bit of head steam. They're both deflected goals, so you kind of feel a bit hard but done by. You know, I spoke to the lad and said maybe 4-1 looks like a better scoreline on paper because we all know it's a 4-1 game. So disappointed with the magnitude of the goals, but just nice to take the 3 points.
Yeah, it was. Again, our side keeps progressing quite nicely. The results keep coming. And with that, the confidence keeps building, doesn't it? But we've got a tough game ahead of us on Tuesday night, haven't we? What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I mean, just going back to your point about the performance and going back to the Royston game, we have to use the right games to make sure everyone feel like they're part of what we're doing. And sometimes when you just make a few changes, wherever it may be, Gav never played, bringing in Crackers in because we knew he had to play. You're giving Lou Wilson a run. People that haven't probably had, Ed's getting a little run out there as well. So it's going to disjoint it to a little bit of, to a certain degree, and a bit of fluidity within the side. But like you say, once you sort of go back to the 11 that have got you the success, so far, then like you say, then they put a performance out there like today. The back four I thought were magnificent, and Tolls and the front men, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. And when the chances are coming their way, and putting the ball in the back of the net, but. Right, it says, as you said, Tuesday now, we always look to the next game, and it's a massive game. Listen, it is Aussie, but it could be anyone. For us, every game is massive. Until we're mathematically safe, we'll approach every game in exactly the same manner. But, of course, Tuesday has that extra little spice to it.
So we went in at 2-1 today. We had Gav and Tolls on the score sheet there. Good goal from Gavin today. Nice to see a corner being delivered and Gavin meeting it.
Yeah, I mean, we work on things, and before games, we tell players that they're due a goal, and I think Gav, everything about the goal was how a goal should be finished by a centre half. He rose, he was powerful, he was dominant, and it was a good header. And it was a difficult header because he was up against a big lad. The lads have taken their goals really well today, and that is a pleasing thing because obviously we do know we've got goals in our team, we can create chances, and it's when you can take them. And I think we've just taken the chances at the right time, and I think that's helped us sail through the game.
Yeah, and Tolly, we all know what he's about. He's all about goals, and he's chipped in with 2 today, and typical sort of Tolly fashion, scrappy. He's in there, in the mix, trying to get on the end of something. It doesn't matter if he's sort of a millimetre off the line or if he's 10 yards out, he's trying to scrap for that ball and kill it off, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, with Shane, what you know with him, he's got goals in abundance, and the beautiful thing about it, he's got all types of goals, all different goals, and he as a forward can obviously relate to it more, but he can finish on a 6-point, he can hit a ball from distance, he'll get in and get one off his knee, off his body, doesn't matter, he just has that knack for getting goals and being in the right spot at the right time.
And nice for Simon to chip in on the action today because he's certainly been due a goal. He's putting in all the effort, hasn't he, recently, and hasn't quite had the rub of the green in front of the goal. But today he's got his just desserts at the back post, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Simon's a big player for us. We tell him that. Like I say, I think sometimes he doesn't get the goals that his work is due. But sometimes you have that role. Some players that just happens. They do a lot of the sort of unsung hero sort of role. He's almost like the big battering ram, and almost as a perfect foil for players like Jay Davis and Tollies, and you need that. Like you need a Tolly. Going back to what you said, that type of player is hard to find. I think one thing as a management team is hard to coach is putting people in the right place to go and finish. You can talk to your blue in the face. I believe sometimes with goal scorers you either got it in terms of standing in the right place or you haven't. And I'm not saying Si hasn't, but what I would say he spends a lot more of his time outside the box because he's doing all the first link-up play and getting other people into the game. So of course when crosses and things are flying, maybe he's just not in the right place at the right time, or he's getting in there probably a bit too late. But I'm delighted for the big man because goals are hard to come by at any level, and to come off the bench, and get a goal, that should do his confidence a world of good going into Tuesday's game.
Absolutely, gives you that extra bit of belief to take forward into the next game. Just casting our minds back a little bit to Tuesday night now, the cup game against Royston. That was a funny old game, wasn't it? I must say, I think Royston probably would have felt hard done by going in 1-0 down in that game. What do you think of that first half?
I think we started the game slow. It's their cup final coming here, and I think most teams coming here because of the facilities, because of the setup, they raise their game 20%, and it was a cup competition. And I think you have to take out leagues, whatever league we're in or they're in, whether it's below or above, because as a cup game, our objective was to get through to the next round. It didn't matter how we got there; it was just getting into the semi-finals, which we were in. And I think in the first half, I think I've had to make a few saves, but they're saves that I would expect to make, and I'm there to make saves. So it's part and parcel of the game. If they don't take their chances and we take our chance, that's what sends us into the break 1-0. I think on the day maybe their discipline got the better of them, but we play to that in us being disciplined. So I think the two go together in terms of we keep our lads and say we need 11 men on the park, and if they want to play with 10, good luck to them. Yeah,
it was a good victory from the point of view that it was quite a changed team on Tuesday night. We certainly weren't at our best, but we still scored when it mattered, obviously, and got the victory, which sends us into a semi-final now, which we know is away at Redditch. What are you going to make of that one?
Yeah, I think going again back into what you said, I think what you got to understand is as well, the game on Saturday was called off. So that also, sometimes if you go your Tuesday, your Saturday, your Tuesday, and with your training in there, it just keeps the groove going. I think sometimes just that little pause, and that's why people hate when games are called off or they can't get on the training ground for whatever reason. It just sort of breaks up the play a little bit. So we almost give them that game. You say, there you go, there's your game. Get find your feet, find your game, whether you're forwards, defenders, wherever it may be. Because then when the bread and butter comes, like today, as you see, it all rolls out. And sometimes a game like Tuesday means that today's game just becomes that little bit easier. So credit to them. But yeah, going into Redditch, it's a competition that we won last year, and like we said to the lads, we want to win. We're winners. We want to win every game that we set up to play. It's going to be a tough game. It's away. We'd love it to be at home, but it isn't. I think when we went to Leamington with Wolsey last year, it was away, the semi-final, and it was a tough game. They were flying, running away with the league, and no one probably gave us a prayer. So. We've been there before. We'll just manage the team in the right. We'll pick players. It might not be the strongest 11 on paper, but it'll be people that are hungry to go out there and win a football match, and more importantly, put some sort of silverware in the cabinet for the club. So at least on reflection, if we stay up, and then there's some silverware. In the end, it isn't a bad season. Based on what people were looking at, probably sort of October times when everything looks like it's doom and gloom, and you're not even looking about winning a game, you're just solely concentrating on surviving. But now we can say, okay, we've got one foot in the door of survival, now can we put some silverware? And then in the end, coming in the season, I think we'd all say, do you know what, it wasn't a bad season, and then we'll just roll on to next year.
You make it sound so easy. Just looking at the personnel, we've got a couple of important players injured at the moment, and obviously Freight was unavailable today. That was only because he had a prior commitment elsewhere, not through injury. How are we looking with Ferrari and Jake?
I think we'll manage that as the weekend falls, and obviously we've got till Monday. We'll speak with Calor. Obviously, we take good guidance from her. Lorenzo's probably a little bit more precautionary for us today. We didn't need to throw him out there today. He was on the bench, but when we got a chance to give somebody a breather, maybe get that knock healed up a little bit more. I think Jake could be a little bit longer. But I think like in football, if this is football, you never play a game fully fit. You're going to have something every now and then. And as I said, I think with the squad that we're developing and we're trying to put together, there's always, when one's out, you've got a good one coming in. So that's never a worry for us. We've got the strength and depth to cope with any problems like that.
Yeah, and that showed today. Well done, guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.